Welcome back, folks. The AMX Canon Assault 105 just made it to the North America server, and we already talked a lot about this vehicle, like beating a dead horse, rehashing and rehashing ever since beginning of summer. So I already did like 3 partial videos about this tank destroyer, not exactly a solely leak episode for this vehicle. So this video will serve as a quick reference, and I want to do a quick follow-up on the STG video I made a month ago, talking about the monetary value of you buying a tier 8 premium vehicle for actual money for about 50 bucks or even more. So let's quickly go over the stats. Now this vehicle is going to be played as a sniping tank destroyer. It's not an assault gun, don't rely on the armor, it's relatively small, has a good camouflage rating, very accurate gun, fast to aim, high penetration, average alpha, and slightly low DPM. But it's a small vehicle, so sniper tank destroyer. So I wouldn't be surprised if this vehicle was actually based off of components from the Batchat 25T. Might even share the hydraulic suspension, and the gun does look like the Model F1 105mm that's on the AMX 30 series. So it is a sniping TD, focus on sniping, and looks alright. It's French, but you do have the French cupola and periscopes, so side armor is garbage, rear armor is garbage, frontal armor is alright for the superstructure, and not that great for the upper plate. So yeah, snipe from the back. But let's take a look at the actual stats. So rather than me talking about it, here you can see that the armor is relatively good for the superstructure. You can bounce a few medium tank guns at tier 8, and you could bounce a few heavy tank guns with more prominent superstructure around the gun, but I wouldn't rely on it. The mantlet is pretty thick, but it's small, so it's good in emergency situations when you're hauled down. So you could bounce a few, but yeah, don't rely on it. Side armor, garbage, only 30mm and 40 for the hull. Rear is 15 for the engine deck. So getting artillery shelled, that's almost all your health, if not you're dead. So it has only 1000 HP for tier 8. So most nerfed artillery shells will do about 900 damage if it pins. And it will pin 15mm of armor. So yeah, it's a sniping tank destroyer. Snipe from the back. So other stats, high penetration, relatively high. It's not as good as the STRV S1, but 260 is pretty decent for a premium tank. You can actually penetrate a lot without gold shield. Alpha, yeah, below average, but it's 105, so as expected. DPM, yeah, it's 105 with high penetration. You cannot have that much DPM, otherwise it will be broken. But it's fine. It's actually fine because of the camo, it's balanced out. So only 40 rounds, slightly below average, so conserve your shots. Shell velocity is really high, 1525 meters per second. So that's very quick. And this thing aims pretty fast, 1.9 seconds. And accuracy is pretty good, 0.288. Dispersion is also above average, mostly. Has 8 degrees of gun depression and 20 elevation. That's pretty decent for a fixed mounted gun without the hydraulic suspension. So you can actually move about and use the gun depression and elevation to your advantage. So you can actually go haul down with this vehicle. So that's pretty decent. Gun constraints, it's alright. It's 1 degree less, but 10 degrees to each side is relatively comfortable. It's not 15, but it's workable. Now, hull traverse 28 I feel is below average for a soft-shelled vehicle. So this is not a heavy, armored, large-ass assault gun-esque of a tank destroyer. So it's not like the T-28 prototype, the T-28 or the Ferdinand. That's the usual traverse speed for their hull. This is based on a medium tank-esque of a chassis. It's relatively low weight. So I would expect this thing to turn at about 45 degrees per second, like a medium. But it does not. So be wary of that. Has a very high horsepower per ton ratio, very good engine. So this thing revs up pretty fast. 55 kilometers per hour top speed, 18 reverse, also pretty good. Terrain resistance does feel like a large assault gun tank destroyer, like the T-28 prototype. So try to stay away from mud and swamps, and mostly large swampy areas like the valley on Lakeville. That's swampy grounds, so you will get bogged down. Yeah, oh well. But you do have a high horsepower per ton ratio to try to mitigate the pretty crappy terrain resistance. Health, it has only 1000 HP, so try to stay away from conflict or high traffic areas where light tanks or medium tanks with a lot of view range will pop up. So snipe from the back, try to stay hidden. That's the way of camping bastards, camping bush Wookiees. But view range is alright. It's not great, it's not bad, but you should have a binocular with camouflage net to help with that. But the camo is pretty decent. It's not as crazy as the STRV S1, but this vehicle is mostly focused on running away. It has a better horsepower per ton ratio, better terrain resistance than the STRV S1, at the cost of actual camouflage rating, penetration, and actual DPM, which is mostly focused on attack-oriented snipers. So for this vehicle, it's faster to run away than the STRV S1, and you don't have to fumble about with the siege mode. So that's a plus. So like what I said beginning of summer, this vehicle is basically playing the STRV S1 without the siege mode, so you can run away faster, mostly. Now, before we end the video, I want to talk about the actual cost of buying a premium tier 8. So this vehicle is about the same cost as a premium tier 8 heavy tank. So 10,700 gold. Initially sold for actual money, so that equivalent to about 50 bucks or so. That's a lot. That's really a lot. You have cheaper premium tier 8s, like the Super Pershing, which is about 7,200, so 30% less. But yeah, follow up on my STG video that I made about a month back. So here is the video. I posted it on September 7th. So I talked about the STG, I talked about the actual monetary value of buying a premium tank for 50 bucks or 100 bucks. So yeah, costs a lot of money, but how much time would you put into that premium tank? Would you play it for like 2,000 battles? 300 hour plus? So before you decide to spend 50 bucks on one particular premium tier 8, I want you to step back and think for a moment. Are you going to get complete satisfaction out of those 50 bucks? Are you going to play the vehicle for 300 hours or 2,000 battles or something? Because it's like getting a bag of Doritos, a large ass bag of Doritos, and you only eat 2 chips and you throw away the rest of the bag. What kind of spoiled brat are you? I mean, get your money's worth. Get all your money's worth. Value. So yeah, basically human instinct, right? But Yeah, just my 2 cents. I mean, you can do whatever the hell you want. If you only want 2 chips out of the gigantic axe bag, sure, go ahead. But such a bean counter. I mean, it's logic. It's natural, right? You want to get the most out of your money. I mean, not to the point where I'm like crazy about it, but yeah, just get the most out of your money. So think for yourself and think for a moment, because $50 for a premium tank. Christ. I mean, I always thought that the $50 for a premium tier 8 is ridiculous. I thought like maybe $15 or 10. Yeah, that would be sufficient, but 50? Jesus Christ. So I already talked about this for the STG video already made a month ago, but yeah, back then I bought The Witcher 3, only played 2 hours on it for $25. So I thought, yeah, pretty good game. I just only got to like the tutorial or something, but a month later I played 370 hours. Almost 100% completed everything. Best $25 I ever spent. So I get the most out of the $25. Not like only played 2 battles or 10 battles with the premium tier 8 and then I give up. I mean, you cannot return the vehicle if you already played a battle with it. And the trade-in system is also stupid. It's like you save 6,000 gold by turning in your T34 or IS6. Well, dude, it's not me saving gold. It's me only getting like 60% back. I want the full refund. So think for a moment. $50. That's a AAA video game for one vehicle. And there you have it, folks. The AMX Canon Assault 105. So before we go, I recommend you wait a little bit, at least for Black Friday, for some of the discounts for tier 8 vehicles. And you could wait a little bit to see how good the Canon Jagdpanzer 105 compared to this vehicle, because it has a better gun arc and a lot faster to move about, with pretty decent accuracy as well, and better penetration, better DPM too. So we'll see, and based on current trends of the STRV S1 and the WZ120 1GFT, this vehicle might become a normal premium tank in the tech tree available for gold. So I do recommend you wait until 9.21 or during Christmas, but all in all, wait a little bit. Yeah, there might be a slew of tier 8 light tanks as well. So if light tanks are your flavor, then tank destroyers, you could wait for light tanks like the T44 lightweight, the T92 light tank, the off clearance Panther coming back, and the ELC EVEN 90mm. So yeah, there's a lot of option, and premium tier 8s, it's a big cost. So yeah, there you have it. But thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.